Alright, so have you ever had a problem getting out of bed with an alarm? Like, cause me, honestly, I hate alarms. Like, they're annoying, they're loud, and they're stupid. They just start the day off so bad. What if you could start the day instead with some gun? So this is what I want to do. The clock hits 6:30, right? Arduino clock module wakes up and says via radio frequency to... Okay, this is so stupid. It's time to wake up. So, now, the speaker turns on, okay, blaring nuclear siren. I don't know exactly what sound it's gonna be. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna sound bad. You're gonna want to turn it off, right? But you look for the snooze button, but oh no, there is none, okay? But what there is there's a gun. Not a gun, an infrared shooting, it's like a flashlight, okay? And then what you gotta do, you gotta take this infrared light thing, you gotta shoot 3 different targets that, once hit with infrared light, will send out a radio signal back to the gun or a controller box. I don't know, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be, okay? Once all 3 targets are shot, then the alarm will turn off. And then you'll be able to start your day, because now, oh my god, with the thrill of the fight, you'll be energized, right? You'll be ready to start the day, attack the day. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I'm waiting for some of the parts to arrive. And so in the meantime, I'm just, I don't know, wasting away trying to find out how transistors work. And I gotta say, this whole time is what's really bullshit about electricity is that current flow goes from plus to minus, but electrons go from minus to plus. And it is so annoying that everyone's talking about current flow in all these little freaking gadgets like transistors, but that's just not even, like, current isn't a fucking thing. And that's bullshit. It makes it so hard to understand this NPN bullshit. I got some resistors too and all that jazz, like LEDs and transistors and all that. And I'm just gonna learn how to build a circuit really quickly, okay? Alright, so while I do that, let me tell you about the code I'm using that a literal kindergartner could write. Basically, I declare my pins. Then, the infrared light turns on, which activates the photodiode, sending power to the radio transmitter. Then, the program sends a message through this radio transmitter, then receives it with the receiver, go figure, and then prints the message that it got to my computer, and then it does it again and again forever. Pretty Google Gaga and shit, am I right? So in total, I got 5 pairs of radio transmitters and receivers, and 4 pairs of the infrared lights and detector things. It's not working, alright? It's being AIDS. I know the infrared part is okay because you can see that with the paper and stuff, you can see that it's doing something, okay? With the radio, it's a bit dumber, okay? So like in the serial monitor, right, from in Arduino, the thing is telling me that the signal was sent, okay, allegedly, okay? But I'm not getting the signal that it was actually. After this, I made sure that all the pins were in the right places. Still didn't work. I tried making the message shorter that it was sending. That also, surprise, it didn't fucking work. I also put in this LED. I mean, it does nothing, but it makes it look like it's working. I'm consulting this Tech Trends Shamir, and so I think I'm just a dumbass, and I just don't need pretty much any of the resistors that I put in. So I'm just gonna take those out. Okay, that still didn't fucking fix it. What now? At some point, this mysterious, like, UV box printed, and I got all excited, right? Like, oh my god, something's transmitting. But then I found out that this specifically printed when there was no signal. So that kind of sucked. I also read somewhere that attaching an antenna might be necessary to have enough range for them to talk to each other. So I did that, and again, nothing happened. Alright, so since it's already kind of established that the infrared thing system works, but the radio doesn't, right? So I'm just going to take all the IR parts off and just make a whole new, tiny, simple circuit that's just for the radio. and test that, and hopefully it'll just work, I don't know, on its own. Maybe it'll be simpler or something, I don't know. And it still does not send the message. Alright, you want to something? So I tried another thing. I basically did away with trying to send any sort of message, because those are for losers. Instead, I just put the data pin of the transmitter to 5 volts. Basically, it's just gonna be like just spewing 5G brain rot, you know? And hopefully, well, no, not hopefully. Well, I thought hopefully, right? Because it did not fucking work, right? This should have just been outputting a constant high to the freaking data output pin, but that it just is not happening. So I just don't know what to do now. Okay, like this sucks. This sucks. I'm literally following the tutorial exactly, like to the word, except for the fact that I'm not using 2 Arduinos, I'm using only 1. And I don't know if that will, it really shouldn't change anything. That's the only factor that's like not here. And I don't know why that would be the reason, but it might be. So I think the next step might be just borrow someone else's Arduino and then test it. Alright, so after whining about it for a couple hours, I got this Arduino Nano from AliExpress. Do you know how much this was? This was 67 cents. Like, God bless cheap Chinese electronics. So I'm gonna see if that problem is fixed now, okay? Alright, so the radio works on its own, okay? And then I tried to integrate the infrared again. And I don't know what I ate to make this happen, but just by me having my hand in the vicinity, not even like sight, of the infrared detector, it makes it activate, let current through. I don't know why. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's probably interfering with the infrared light somehow. I don't know anything about that shit, okay? That's fucking school, and that school is bullshit, right? So I have no idea what's happening there. But honestly, okay, look, I proved that the infrared works on its own and that the radio works on its own, okay? And that's enough for now. I can clear up this mischief later. It's really dumb how finicky and annoying this all is being. Like, I'm really not asking for much, okay? It should be so easy. But whatever. It is what it is. Subscribe.